Hey guys, I'm back again with another update on my LEGO Hogwarts Express again, or in other English, Great Western 5972, Olton Hall, which I of course have been using which I've been basing off from the 2010 Hogwarts Express, which I got last year as a birthday present. So, this is actually the third Hogwarts Express video already. So, if you remember the first one, that was when I was rebuilding that thing. The original was building a chassis for the original model, specifically a 460 chassis for the original model. Then the second video was when I showed an lengthening of it. Well, actually, this is actually the fourth Hogwarts Express video, so far, because as then I showed my American safety regs video for it, and now that was the third video, and now we finally have my fourth video, and this is already my fourth Hogwarts Express video, and it's another update again. And it is this. Yes, for the locomotive, I've essentially done a bit of a remodeling to make this, and I think it's into another almost perfect form. Here I've lowered the buffer beam here, created a bit of cylinders here at last to match the real Olton Hall, and also finally decided to lower the buffer beam, and also finally get rid of the old magnet coupler. Where did I put it? Yeah, right here. So this thing's no longer on this thing. And decided to finally be a bit British about it. So, right here. Now, as for the tender, yeah, this is what I've done to the tender. So, and then also it's all about the American safety regs here. A bit of an update on the American safety regs, specifically the cow catcher. So anyway, firstly, I'm going to start with the tender first to get us hell, since I'm holding you right here, and I'd save all the good stuff for last. I mean, come on, what's better than saving the good stuff for last? So anyway, the tender has been a bit, I have jacked up the tender a bit. I think I might have said that in my last Hogwarts Express video. I think when I lengthened the locomotive a bit. But what's new is that that you may have remembered that I used to have these pieces scraping along, spanning across the tender, but that's not the case anymore. Instead, I've actually reworked it to actually make it look more like a typical Great Western Hall class tender. Yes, Olton Hall is actually a Hall class locomotive, or in other English, Great Western 4900 class. Last, in case you're not clear, so in case you're not into British steam. So the big thing I've done with the tender is actually giving it a bit of a rework here. So how have I actually done this rework here? So you can actually see I've actually put these pieces around the tender here, on the back here, and also on this, on this side as well. Yes, I didn't have one of these pieces remaining, so I had to just put this. I didn't have a 24 stud, a 2x24 stud piece, so I just had to use 3 of these 2x4s to make up for it. Now in my original design, I originally had it being 2 studs high the whole time across the whole tender, but then after looking at that picture of the Great Western tender, which should hopefully be appearing up right here, I noticed, however, that it slopes down a bit. And so that's exactly what I did here. So above the third axle, that's when it finally slopes down here. And this is where the sloping up actually begins at the front, and then just goes down here. But other than that, that's pretty much all that's really happened to the tender. I've just jacked it up to help keep it level with the locomotive. So now onto the locomotive. So now here's the big show, the locomotive. So cab's still the same. That's pretty much still the same. But the big thing is you may have noticed I've actually lengthened the bogie, specifically the leading bogie, by 2 studs here. So what happened in the first place? Well, I was originally intending to actually lower the buffer beam. Now how exactly did I lower this buffer beam? Well, I'm going to show you right here. So it actually used to Wait, no, what am I doing? Okay, I'm just gonna quickly, I'm gonna try to remove this part. I'm gonna try to move this out of the way to show exactly how I did this. I mean, not for you guys to copy the design. It's just more like just for entertainment, really. Show how I pulled this off. So here it is, guys. So if you remember, so this 2x6 actually, it actually used to be. So what I've done to this 2x6 here is that actually used to sit in this position, but I actually moved it back, and then it back here. Now the buffer beam actually stood up, so it used to sit up. It actually used to sit on it, so it actually used to be. So it actually used to be sitting on this stud here, with the buffer beam up piece sitting right on top of it. But I pushed it back and just put the buffer beam now holder right in front of it to help lower the buffer beam. But of course, the big consequence is that I can't have that magnet coupler anymore. So I just decided to take it off altogether. I mean, most British steam locomotive models I've seen on the internet, I mean, they typically just don't have the front coupler anyway. Anyway, well, because thing about this side, really unlike American steam locomotives, British steam locomotives don't use knuckle couplers. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind if you're building a locomotive that doesn't use knuckle couplers. So, and you'll also see I've also put in these 1x2s here, which are actually these cylinders here. So here's here. So now, I actually couldn't push them all. Actually, I could not push them all the way in here because I also need to have them sticking out on the end, just like they are on the real Hall class locomotives. This here. So you can see I've just had this pipe going down. Now, truly, it's not the correct angle, but it's the best I could do with this tech. So there's that. Now, if you also may have noticed that with the real Hall class locomotives, the steam pipe is actually not going down all the way into the end. It's actually not going all the way down here. It's actually where the pipe jets goes down. It actually goes a lot, not all the way to the end, but rather around here in reality. But of course couldn't perfect that really. So I just came up with this alternate solution. So anyway, I'm gonna put this back here now. But then while I was testing the bogie out, I noticed, however, that it was a bit too short, giving it a rather dull appearance. So what I did was I just added these 1x2 hole pieces here. Here, just where the real set of wheels would be, and just did a complete rebuild on it. So I mean, for the locomotive, that's pretty much the changes here. So. Oh, and while also correcting this, I also noticed I had actually finally corrected the cylinders as well, the cylinder placement on the locomotives. Because now, if you've actually seen real pictures of the Hall class locomotives, or actually seen a Hall class locomotive in person and have taken a close look from the side, you may notice the cylinders actually do sit at the same distance exactly between both wheels. But you'll notice, however, that the steam pipes leading from the smoke box door into the cylinders is actually a lot, but it's all the way on the front of the cylinders here. So that's exactly what I had to perfect here, and I didn't notice that it was actually getting, but I'd actually had originally been putting it in this position by accident. But then after looking at a photo of a real Hall class locomotive, I just realized, well then, let's get this perfected then, shall we? And so that's exactly what happened here. So that's pretty much it for the locomotive, really. I mean, still the same on the inside, really. Still got the ash pan. Still got the removable ash pan, so better lock that back in here. And finally, American safety regs. So firstly, I'd still put the American safety regs on the same, for the most part. the American whistle here. Bell. Oh. The headlight. And this is the interesting story, the cow catcher. So, if you may remember, the original cow catcher used to be... Let me just pull this one off. So this is actually the original kind of cow catcher it used to have, but however, I couldn't really put that on now because now it was going not only getting too far to the ground, but also with the piece here actually pushing it out a bit out of the way. Wait, due to it being a bit taller than the piece, being a bit taller than the flat. Oh, I can't speak. So, I mean, you would have seen what I meant anyway. So I've also come up with this new, but anyway, I couldn't put one of these cow catchers on, so I had to come up with this new design instead, which of course I'm still basing off of when Flying Scotsman was Americanized. So I mean, it seems so. Firstly, I just got to remove the coupling hook here. That's what here, and just push that into place, and then I just put the coupling hook back on to help lock it in place, and voila. Voila. And yep, I mean, of course, yes, it still looks a bit silly, but hey, that's American safety regs for you, and plus I am American. I am an American, so at least I got it. So, anyway, and most importantly, with these American safety regs, specifically the cow catcher, is that it still works on curves. And plus, I don't need to move all that stuff off the bogie now. Well, I mean, still haven't really, so that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. New bogie for my Hogwarts Express. New bogie, and Americanizing is a bit easier now. So, oh, and also the tender update. So, honestly, I'm even happier with this model now. Oh, because it's getting much closer. Because it's now getting much better. Okay, before I end this video, I'm actually going to take the American safety regs off for any British audiences out there, especially for those that dislike American safety regs, because I know they look silly. Alright, I'll take them off. Oh, don't freak out. I'm taking them off now. Put the light back on. Alright, there, you happy now? So, anyway guys, that's pretty much it. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Or if there's anything else you still notice, or that you still think I should correct, please feel free to comment down below. Well, if there's anything else that still needs some correcting. I think, and I've also just forgotten about this part here. I've actually just forgotten about this part as well. I actually on the cab here, I've actually put a bit of a sloping. I mean, you might also have noticed this in the pictures from the Great Western Halls, but now it is a bit on the. It is. I mean, it's not perfect though because I know it should go all the way to over here, but there's a driving wheel in the way, and I don't know if I have enough red boiler pieces to perfect that, and it would take some extensive work. But in the meantime, guys. Nice to make it functional, but in the meantime, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely press that like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you're already subscribed, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that way you'll be notified every time new videos like this are posted. Oh, and also feel free to follow me on Facebook to find more LEGO train updates, including ones like this. Not just on my Olton haul, but also on my other locomotives like my CN 7470, Persco 1522, and Polar Express, aka Paramarket 1225. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.